Hello everybody and welcome back to another racing vlog. Today we've got something very special for you. We have got a 2 versus 1 race. Kjell Power of the Canyon Esports team versus me, a part-time category B Zwifter, and Jake Sanderson from SNOWMAN Cycling, who is a very decent category A Zwifter, so a 2 versus 1. So the race itself, we will be going up the Volcano KOM, an average of 3.2%. Jake and Kjell starting at the bottom together at the same time. I will be waiting halfway up the volcano climb and will take over from Jake as soon as he tags me in. And essentially is first one to the top wins. So let's talk a little bit about Kjell. So Kjell Power of the Canyon Esports team. He is a UCI World Championship qualifier in 2023. So look out for him in February. As you can see, he's got some amazing 20-minute, 5-minute power, unbelievable. So we're going to see if that power is enough to destroy a Cat A and a Cat B rider. So we'll now make our way to the start of the race, where you can see that I've already climbed halfway up the volcano and Kjell and Jake are just about ready to set off. This is a really exciting one to watch. Now obviously Jake is a very strong Cat A rider, and he did in fact have a plan. The plan was to stay on Kjell for as long as he possibly could and then surprise attack at the end. So here we go, we've just set off. And as you can see, there are some amazing power numbers here already. Kjell was set off at 7.1, and Jake is fighting back though. I'm going to let this play all the way through because it's a really interesting one. Now we stay with Kjell all the way here, but Kjell has got some decent tactics as well. But just watching him, on the UCI World Qualifiers, he puts down some amazing power. I don't really know how he does it, to be honest with you. It's a different level. At this point, obviously I'm watching this pretty nervous about what's about to come, because there's no way that I can hold that sort of power for any amount of time at all. But I'm hoping that Jake manages to perhaps, pull out a little gap, seeing as he has, not going to be doing all of the climb. And as I say, he has got some very decent numbers, Jake. I wasn't underestimating, how good Jake is on this as well. So as you can see, Kjell is still leading the way up here. But Jake is fighting back, putting down some orange power numbers when required. So yeah, this actually was, in my opinion, shorter than I anticipated in terms of how quickly they would get to me. I thought I had more time than this. But as you can see, they're still neck and neck at this point. So, almost a minute in now. And Jake is doing an absolutely superb job. There was little to no point in Jake leading any part of the way at all. Jake, self-proclaimed best wheel sucker, but he did a good job here. But surely that's what you've got to do when you're facing someone that's a pro. So here we are, we're coming to the flat a bit now, and still some amazing power numbers are being shown. This little archway here means that I'm just about to get myself ready. I want a rolling start, and the plan was for Jake to tag me just as we're coming out the volcano. So here I go, I start off, and as you can see with the power numbers on the right hand side, Jake's doing 7.8, and he is actually pulling out a little gap. He's got a second at the moment on Kjell, and Kjell has realised this and is now fighting back a couple of seconds in it. So I'm hoping that Jake is going to give me at least 1 or 2 seconds. At the moment it's 2 seconds, so an absolutely superb job from Jake. So Jake's now 1 second behind me, hands over the baton, and here we go. So yeah, I'm pushing out a few watts here. This is unknown territory for me. This is the first kind of little effort I've done back since my illness, and that's probably the last time I'll say that, because I know I've been going on about it for a little while. But Kjell, orange numbers. He's only a second behind me now. And I am looking very, very nervous. I can sense he's there, you know, but I'm still holding my own at this point. I've probably managed about 20 seconds ahead of him at the moment. And here he comes. You know, and then he steps on the gas. 8.1, 6.3. You know, I'm trying to hold it in, you know, I'm back to 7.2, but as soon as he puts in that orange number, I'm absolutely gone. I flick my featherweight to try and see if I can get back on his wheel. But I'm still doing, you know, a whole watt per kilogram less than he is. And he's already been doing it for, you know, 3 odd minutes.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I am struggling.
Oh, my God.
I was literally giving it everything I had here. I didn't have anything else. But at this point, you know, he is 3 seconds ahead of me. I'm getting some really good encouragement from a couple of the guys. You know, now 4 seconds. So I'm thinking one last push. Maybe, you know, I can give it one last little effort. But, you know, he doesn't really even need to do that. I mean, he is just doing, you know, 5 watts per kilogram, 4 watts per kilogram. And I just can't hold it anymore. I'm doing my absolute best here. I can't give any more. And he's already 7 seconds up the road, so you can probably guess what's going to happen. Now, my aim at this point was to stay within 30 seconds. And he's already 9 seconds ahead of me. Jake with the encouragement. Thanks, Jake. Too little too late in terms of, you know, he's 11 seconds now. And he is a pure animal. It's unbelievable, some of the power numbers. You know, he's done the whole climb. And now I'm just sort of resigning to the fact that it's not going to be my day. But to be fair, Kjell is a top pro. His numbers are just absolutely incredible. And look at that, he's now 22 seconds ahead of me. And Jake letting me know that he's still going, which was kind of him. Although, you know, it's absolutely destroyed me. I'm kind of pretty defeated here. I'm just trying my best to keep turning the wheels at 237 watts. That's not much of an effort, to be honest with you, at this point. I knew he was gone. Anyway, I picked it up a little bit here, going back up the incline. You can tell by my face, I'm trying pretty hard. But being off the bike for a little while, you know, this is not my best performance, shall we say. Let's call it a baseline performance. So there you go, Kjell. 6 minutes and 20 seconds. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. I mean, that is a new PR for Kjell, so you can't say that he wasn't trying. But as you can see, I've still got a little bit of time left. I'll put a little stopwatch up, see how many seconds I finish behind him. Lots of encouragement, which I love. Giving it all I've got here again. And actually, just to let you know, I did my best 2.5 power ever. So I think I did 370 for 2.5 minutes, which is not great, but, you know, the best I've done. So 47 seconds was the time gap. I was pretty disappointed with that, but Kjell has just shown how much of a beast he is. An absolutely amazing performance. And I'd like to thank Kjell because he didn't have to do that. He's actually a really, really nice guy. And yeah, both Jake and I really appreciated his time to do that. And it was actually pretty fun, to be honest with you.
I tell you what I should do, right? I should come across the line first. I should do a little celebration, call my video, I finally beat a pro and a Cat 8 rider. Done.
So here I had a little bit of fun. I said I was going to win at the end, so I did have a little break before the actual end of the course itself, going for the breakaway there. But I did, in fact, well, I say let Kjell win. He won. Anyway, guys, this has been a really fun one to film. I just want to say once again, thanks to Kjell, thanks to Jake. Go and check out their channels. Good luck to Kjell for the UCI World Championships, and I'll see you on the next one.